Dear students, I am Dr. Jyotsna Shrisagar, Assistant Professor, Department of Genetics and Plant Breeding, College of Agriculture, Baramati. Now we are learning a new chapter. It is a ascent of sap. Sap means what? The sap is the liquid containing water and dissolved mineral salt. This called as the sap. The water absorbed by the roots is distributed to all parts of the plants. Sap is the uh, one channel to transport the liquid and a mineral salt to the other part of the plants. Then ascent of sap means what? The movement means the upward movement of the water from root to the topmost part of the plant, and these upward movements of water is called as the ascent of sap. This ascent of sap take place through the xylem. Xylem is the conducting main part of a water. Means the xylem is the main water conducting tissue. Then path of ascent of sap. Now we are discussing the ascent of sap take place through the xylem, and it can be shown by the different experiment. Then Malpighian confirms the ascent of sap through the xylem by the taking the experiment, and this experiment is called as a ringing experiment. In a ringing experiment, take a small leaf branch cut from the trees and kept water filled pots. A ring of bark is removed from the stem. After some time, it has been observed that the leaves above the ring part of the stem remain fresh and green. In a ringing bark is removed from the stem, and then experiment is left as such as a few days, and these leaves above the ringing part of the stem remain fresh and green, and this is because of ascent of sap take place through the xylem. This is this one is the ringing experiment. This is the ringing experiment, and in which you cut the bark of the stem in both plants. Remove the ringing bark means remove the outer portion of the stem, and then observe that your water is swollen. Your this a portion of the stem is swollen. Why? It is because of the ascent of sap take place through the xylem. Means middle portion is the xylem. This is the in this experiment you get the result is the, or the conclusion is the xylem is the conducting tissues, or the transporting tissues from water from root to the leaf. This is the ringing experiment. Then next one, what is the ascent of sap? This is the that's a diagrammatically representation of the ascent of sap. Means this is a diagrammatic schematic diagram of the roots or the transport system of the water from root to the leaf portion. The water is absorbed by the root hair of the plant, from where it reaches the xylem via cortical cells and passes cells, and through the xylem it reaches top of the plant, where it is transpired by the leaves. and used for the other metabolic activities by a number of experiments, and it has been demonstrated the xylem is the main where the conducting tissues. Means in this diagram we have confirmed the xylem is the conducting tissue from root to the leaf. Then what is the mechanism behind the ascent of sap? Different scientists means the different scientists gives the so many mechanism, but these three mechanisms are considered in our ascent of sap. There's a various theories have been proposed to explain the mechanism involved in the ascent of sap. And some scientists consider the living cells as a being actively involved in a pumping water, and while others have explained the mechanism to be a purely physical one and independent of living live activity. And mainly these can be grouped under the three categories. One is the vital theory, second one is the root pressure theory, and third one is the physical force theory. According to the in a vital theory, it is again classified then in which one theory is the relay pump theory, second one is the pulsation theory, and in a physical force theory again three theories are coming here. One is the imbibition theory, second one is the capillary force theory, and third one is the cohesion and adhesion theory. Then in this diagram some mechanism is explained with the help of this structure. This one is the xylem portion and this is the root portion. This you see in this diagram there is a water uptake from the soil, then means that this root is helping to uptake the water from the soil and transport to the upper portion of the plants. Means with the help of xylem tissue the water is transferred from root to the that's our leaf part. And you see the this structure, this is the water molecules and this is the xylem portion and this is the leaf portion or the transpiration structure. There's a xylem sap and stromata. Stromata is absorb the air and transpire the water in the air. This is the mechanism of the ascent of sap. In this PPT or the presentation, we see the different theories given by the different scientists, and on that basis ascent of sap is explained and how it is working in a plant. First one is the vital theory. In vital theory, according to the vital theory, living cell of the plants are responsible for the ascent of sap. And this theory was proposed by Godlewski in the year 1884. According to this theory, rhythmic changes in the osmotic pressure of the living cell of the xylem parenchyma and medullatory rays bring about a pumping action of water in an upward direction. According to the then again later on that elaborate this theory by the Sir J.C. Bose. According to him, the living cells play an important role in the ascent of sap, and these are the two main vital theories. One is the relay pump theory and second one is the pulsation theory. Then in a relay pump theory, the relay pump theory was proposed by the Godlewski in the year 1884, and for the ascent of sap, Then, according to this theory, living cells of xylem pumps the water upwards. This is the living cells, and this is the living cells, uh, parenchymatic cells. This is the cells and transport the waters in a upward movement. And the xylem tracheids and vessels act as a reservoirs. And this is the xylem tracheids, and the vessels act as the that's a reservoirs. Then, in a pulsation theory, J.C. Bose in the year 1923, according to there's a J.C. Bose is an there's a Indian scientist proposed the pulsation theory. According to him, the ascent of sap take place due to the pulsation activity of living cells of a innermost cortical layer just outside the endodermis. According to the pulsationary theory, cells absorb the water from the outside and pump the same to the vessels. Then Bose in his experiment used an electric probe. This is the electric probe. That's an electric probe, and which was connected to a galvanometer. The galvanometer is situated here, and when the needledly of the electric probe was inserted into the stem slowly. This is the electric probe inserted into the stem slowly, and the needle show some oscillations, and but when the electric probe needles reaches the innermost layer of the cortex, and the needle of the galvanometer show a violet oscillations, and he is attributed this as the pulsationary activities of these the cells. A serious objection of the vital theory was put forward by the Strasburger in the year 1893, who demonstrated that the ascent of sap continues even in the stem in which living cells have been killed by the uptake of the poisons picric acid. And the Molish in the year 1928 supported the Bose-Weichel, but the Dixon, Scholl and McDougall reject this theory. Means both these theories are rejected. Then root pressure theory. Next one is the root pressure theory. According to the root pressure theory, the ascent of sap is due to the hydrostatic pressure developed in the root by the accumulation of absorbed water. And this theory was proposed by Priestley Stocking in the year 1956. The defined the root pressure as a pressure developing in the tracheids elements of the xylem as a result of metabolic activities of the roots. If a plant stem is cut a few inches above, cut our stem or xylem vessels and you see the cut the above its bases with the sharp knife, and the xylem sap is seen following out through the cut ends, and this phenomenon is called as exudation and the bleeding. Then some scientists believe that the root pressure is responsible for ascent of sap, but it does not seem to be an effective force in ascent of sap due to the following reasons. Root pressure is not observed in a plant growing in a cold, drought, or the less aeration soil where ascent of sap is normal. Strasburger observed ascent of sap in a plant in which roots are removed. The magnitude of a root pressure is very low and which could lift a water up to 21 meter only. Many of these tallest trees have no root pressure. In gymnosperm, root pressure has a very rarely been observed. Next one is the physical force theory. Physical force theory states that the dead cells of the xylem are responsible for the ascent of sap. Living cells are not involved in the ascent of sap. The ascent of sap is due to the operation of physical forces, and the followings are the physical force theory for the ascent of sap. First one is the imbibition theory, second one is the capillary theory, and third one is the cohesion or adhesion theory, or is also called as a transpiration pull theory. In imbibition theory, it was proposed by Schach and Unger in the year 1868. According to him, ascent of sap take place by imbibition through the walls of the xylem. Now it is well known that imbibitional force is insignificant in the ascent of sap because ascent of sap take place through the lumen of the xylem elements and not through the walls. This is the imbibition theory. Then next one is the capillary force theory. Boehm in the year 1809, according to this theory states that the water rises in a narrow tube due to the surface tension. And in plants, the xylem vessels are placed one above the other, forming a sort of the continuous channel. And this can be compared with a long capillary tube, and water rises in a capillary tube due to the capillary forces. In the same manner, ascent of sap take place in the xylem, and there are many objections of this theory. One is the objection is for a capillarity, free spaces is required. And second one is the magnitude of capillary forces is very low. Third one is the in a gymnosperm usually the vessels are absent and other xylem elements do not form a continuous channel. And next theory is the cohesion and adhesion theory. This theory is also called as a transpirational pull theory. The theory was proposed by Dickson and Joly in the year 1894 and Exquisite in the year 1895. The physical force theory, which explains in the most satisfactory ways the ascent of sap in a plants lose a large amount of water through their stomata by the process of transpiration and causes an increase in the osmotic pressure of the cells, and this results in a water deficit of the mesophyll cells. To compensate this, the leaf cells withdraw water from their adjoining cells. Now the water present in the xylem cells is placed under the tension, which is ultimately transmitted to the roots through the stem tracheids, and this downward transmission of a tension is because of cohesion properties of continuous water column in the vessels and tracheids from a leaves to roots through the stem. The water column moves upward by the mass flow due to transpiration pull, and simultaneously the process of ascent of sap is accomplished. This is the cohesion and adhesion theory. You see the figure of is a cohesion and adhesion theory. This is the film of the water, and this water is move upward. This is the root hairs, this is the root cortex, and this is the ascending water, and this one is the xylem vessels, and this is the evaporated water. This is the evaporated water, and water is evaporated with the help of stomata. This is the cohesion and adhesion theory. Then factors affecting the ascent of sap. First factor is the water moves. The water movements is regulated by the root pressure and transpiration. All those factors which affects the rate of water absorption and transpiration also influence the ascent of sap. Second one is the high temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind velocity and low atmospheric humidity influence the ascent of sap as that of transpiration. Third one is the soil water deficit also decreases the ascent of sap indirectly by influencing the absorption of water. Thank you for this lecture.